Good morning, children. So, next chapter in your grammar textbook, that is tenses. So, in this PPT, we will be seeing present tense and to be precise, simple present tense, like simple present tense and present continuous tense will be covered in this PPT. And another PPT with present perfect and present perfect continuous will be sending to you as the video part 2. In this PPT, we will be covering the definition of tense, present tense, simple present and present continuous, how to form simple present, how to form present continuous, and then when to use simple present and when to use present continuous tense with examples. Okay, so what do you mean by a tense? So tense, it indicates the time of action or a state of being in the past, present, or future. So generally, tenses it indicates or it tells us about the time of that action. Now, tenses, there are three types of tenses in English: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Each tense is further divided into four, like simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous, uh, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Now, a general description about tenses, like all the tenses have simple form, all these tenses have continuous form, all these tenses have the perfect form, and all these tenses have the perfect continuous form as well. So, simple tense, it does not indicate whether the action is complete or not. We just know like the action is there. We don't know whether it is the action is completed or not. Whereas in the continuous tense, we feel it is like the action is still going on at the time of speaking. Whereas perfect tense, it indicates that the action is completed, it is finished. Whereas in the perfect continuous tense, it indicates that the action began in the past and it is still continuing at the time of speaking. So when we do more examples, it will be more clear to you. So children, this slide it is just added uh, for your information. Why? Because most of the time it is noticed that when we take tenses in the class, like not I'm not talking about everyone, like most of you will not be knowing like when to use the base form of the verb, when you need to use the plural form of the verb. That still many people have got confusion. So it is always better to know that the first person, second person, and third person before we start with the tenses. And I hope that you know, like first person it is I, and the second person it is you, and third person it is he, she, it, and it. And when it is third person plural, it is they. Okay, so it is like then you need to see these examples like I eat, you eat, they eat. So the verb is in the base form, and do that I have written it over there. It is like I do. We will not say like I does, you does, and they does, right? So I eat, you eat, and they eat. That means I do. Do plus eat is eat only. Whereas he, she, and when it is the in the present tense, it is like he, she, it. We add the s form of the verb, that is eats. Okay, he, she, it. It is eats. That is does form. That is does plus eat is eats. And then you need to know the forms of be, like am, is, was, were. These are the forms of be. And to have, that is like I have, you have, they have, he, she, or it has, we have. So all these forms just like a revision on these are the things that you know before we start with the tenses. You should be thorough with this, with these things, like when the subject changes, what the verb will be, when to use the singular form of the verb, when to use the plural form of the verb. So just by heart one thing like I eat, you eat, then it will automatically come to you. So now we can start with simple present tense. So before starting, just read these two sentences that are given. I walk to school every day. And the second sentence is they play football. So here you can see like I walk to school. So which are the verbs? In the first sentence, walk, it is a verb. And in the second sentence, play, it is the verb. So here we just know that the action is there. We don't know whether it is completed, whether the action is completed or not. That is not given. Okay, so that is simple present tense. Okay, so it is actually like the action that happens always, usually, or regularly. Like this kind of habitual kind of actions will be included in the simple present tense. So just as in the picture that is given there, the action happens always, usually, or regularly. So when I say like I walk to school every day, here there is no indication of that action is completed or not. When I say they play football, here again there is no indication like whether that action is completed or not. Okay, now we can see how to form the simple present tense. So the structure is that you need to by heart it. So the structure is subject plus V1, that is verb form. So that there are different forms of the verb like present tense, and past participle form of the verb. So V1 is the the base form of that verb plus the object. Okay, so that is S is subject, V1 is the present tense of that verb like I eat, you eat, they eat, he or she eats, and then comes the object. So this you might be knowing like whenever there is any writing skill or writing practice that you are writing exercise that you are doing, you need to form this, you need to follow the subject verb object pattern in English. That is the sentence structure in English. So now you just need to understand that what is the structure of the simple present tense, that is S plus V1 plus object. So now we can see when to use simple present tense. So yes, simple present tense is mostly used to show a habitual action. Habitual action in the sense like the actions that are happening always, the actions that are happening regularly or constantly. It can be a habit, it can be a routine as well. Like he visits his grandmother regularly. So these time expression also you can use in you can see in the sentences. He visits. So here the verb visit, it is in the simple present tense. Visits his grandmother regularly because it is the action that is happening that happens regularly. Now, second one is to express facts. To express facts in the sense like that is kind of universal truth or that is not going to change at all. Like plants need water. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. The sun rises in the east. So in these sentences, the verb will be in the simple present tense. Third one, for events that are scheduled. That are scheduled in the sense like it will be a future action. But if that action is planned or if that event is scheduled, then we can use the verb will be in the simple present. See, for example, the bus leaves at 6 o'clock. So here leaves, it is the verb that is in simple present tense. And if you see it, if you observe this sentence carefully, you can see that the action has not completed. Action is going to take place in future, like the bus leaves at 6 o'clock. So though it is in present tense, we use the present tense to indicate an action in the future if that action is planned before. Okay, like the bus leaves at 6 o'clock. Like the Commonwealth Games begin next month. Again, here it is like begin next month. When I say like here again, I use it in the simple present tense because that action is already planned. Now, there are some more uses which I will be covering in the next slide. So just you can see this how to change it into an affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. Affirmative sentence means that you might be knowing positive sentences like they play hockey. So it is the base form of that verb like they play, he eats, she eats, they play, he plays, she plays. So as I said, like the tips that you need to know already. And so that is subject plus verb plus object. And in the negative sentences, it is just like with that we will be adding not. Okay, like see, they do not play hockey. They do not play hockey. Then in if it is in the interrogative sentences, that is do, it will come first, and after that the subject will come, after that the verb will come, and after that the object will come. Okay, like do they play hockey? So when a sentence is given, you need to know, like in simple present tense, you need to know how to change it into the negative sentence and how to change it into the interrogative sentence as well. Now, as it is said, to express universal truth, or as I said, like to express the facts, facts in the sense that it will not change at any cost. It will remain as it is. The sun rises in the east. Then sometimes it is used to indicate professional activities, rituals, and then likes and dislikes also. Like when I say he enjoys paneer tikka. So when I said like it is his like, so we can use it like the verb enjoys. He enjoys paneer tikka. And then Bengalis celebrate Durga Puja with great enthusiasm. So it is like Bengalis celebrate. When I say like celebrate, the verb is in the present tense. So to indicate the professional activities, to indicate the rituals, to indicate your likes and dislikes also, we can use simple present tense. And then simple present tense, most of the time you can see in the newspaper also, to write the headlines of the newspaper. For example, the example like COVID-19 spikes in India. Again, the verb is in spikes. Okay. Next one in Proverbs, like all that glitters is not gold. Stitch and time saves nine. Okay, a stitch in time saves nine. Then it is also used to express natural processes, qualities, or activities related to any profession. See, acrobats show various tricks to entertain spectators. So, show, the verb show, it is here it is used in the simple present tense because it is expressing the activity that is related to any kind of profession. So we have done with simple present tense. Now we can see present continuous tense. So present continuous tense is also called progressive tense. That means the action is progressing. Now see these two sentences. We are cooking dinner. They are playing in the mud. So when you read these sentences, you can understand that the actions here are cooking and playing. So these actions are happening right now. When I speak also, the action is happening. Okay. So, how to form this present continuous tense? See, subject plus is or am or are plus V1. That is the base form of the verb, that is present tense of the verb, plus ing form plus object. So, like you are not necessary that it is not necessary that every sentence has got object. There will be sentence. So it will change according to, like, sometimes it can be adverb, sometimes it can be adjective in any way. Like you are talking too fast. Okay, so here it is like are plus talking, that is the verb plus ing. Second sentence, he is watching television. So he, I will be using is, plus watch is the verb plus ing. We are singing a song. So we, with we I will be using are plus sing is the base form and plus ing. Now, when to use it? So here it is like things that are happening right now. Things that are happening right now, that means the actions will be going on at the time of speaking. I am watching television at the moment. See, what is he doing? So in the picture also, you can see he's watching TV. That means at the time of speaking also, the action is going on. Look, they are talking. Then this also you can, so like simple present tense, you can use present continuous also for the plans in the near future. Like for the future actions, you can use present continuous also. Okay, like but here it is not necessary that it is planned. Okay, I'm flying to London next week. Okay, so it might be it is not as planned as a simple present tense. I'm flying to London next week. Are they shifting this weekend? Now, how to form the affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Affirmative, just like the normal, you are playing. Then, when it is a negative sentence, we'll be adding not. You before the ing form of the verb. You are not playing. And then interrogative sentence, it will start with that are, was, or sorry. Here it is or are. We will be starting with, and then are plus then the subject plus verb plus ing. Are you playing? Then followed by a question mark. Now, what is the difference between, so now in this PPT we have covered, we have seen the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense. Now, in this PPT, we have already, as it is the first PPT, we have seen what are tenses, what are the different forms of tenses, what each tense has got four forms, what are they, and simple present tense we have done in detail, how to form simple present tense and when to use it. Like that, present continuous also, how to form present continuous and when to use, then how to form it and when to use it also. Now, what is the difference between simple present tense and present continuous tense? Like like we have seen with the simple present tense, most of the time it is used to show a regular kind of action, to show an habitual action, routine action, or to express the facts or the universal truth. Whereas in the present continuous tense, it is like actions going on at the time of speaking. And for both of it, we it can be used to express the future action also if it is a planned one. So in the simple present tense, it will be a planned one. In the present continuous, it is not necessary that it will be a planned one. Okay. So like that means the preparation has taken place. It is not necessary. Now, this is just an example that is stars twinkle at night and I love watching them on a clear night. So here you can see like stars twinkle at night. So it is just a fact. So we can use it in present tense. And I love watching them on a clear night. Here we cannot say like I love watch them on clear night, right? It should be I love watching them. Why? Because it is the action that is going on at the time of speaking. Okay, so this is the end of this PPT. So now again one more PPT, that is part 2 of the present tense. Will be sending it to you with the present perfect and the present perfect continuous tense. Thank you.